So what makes Fluorescent aim so well?
I play like all day, every day. I have no life.
That sounds about right. When watching clips like this, you probably wonder what makes her so clean. What's that hidden ingredient that she's doing that I'm not? Well, today we're gonna deep dive her footage and help you to apply some of her techniques into your gameplay as well. As I've always said, aim is 90% WASD and 10% micro adjusting. So we'll call it aim. More often than not, what ends up happening with most of you guys is you'll watch a player like Fluorescent, for example, and you'll think, oh my god, what amazing flicks this person has. And you'll think 100% aim. But when you really break it down, more often than not, it's movement based. Now I could be wrong here, but I've played against these guys and these people for a very, very long time back in the day. And all of them consistently did the same thing. 90% WASD, 10% aim. And what ends up happening is when they're playing at a higher level, sometimes they'll get caught off guard. And if they get caught off guard, then aim and flicking becomes a piece of it. So our goal here is going to be to break down every single gunfight and see if my hypothesis about WASD is true. So all this is WASD, all of it's moving into the fight. We're gonna look at the crosshair placement as a first thing. And this is something that I've talked to you guys about as well. If you're not sure, you have to loop around the corner. And you're looping around at head level all the way down. All of this is a threat. We do see things on the minimap, so if they are reacting to the minimap, then it makes sense to put your crosshair against the wall and then walk right out into the fight, or run out into the fight. But if you're not 100% sure and you can't check, you have to loop around the wall with your crosshair placement. So, WASD, fixed once they're on it, you stand still and you shoot. Basically following through mass protocol. Again, all these fights, WASD. It's all mass. It's like even this Astra fight. This one here, aim at the relative area, mass, standing still. This is what it looks like when you've got it down to an art form, where you've like practiced it for hours and hours and hours. Right? This, mass. Move, aim, stand still, shoot. There's no crazy flicks. It's crosshair placement in the relative area where you think the swing's gonna be. It's movement to adjust, aim to slightly micro adjust.
So funny.
It's legit unplayable.
WASD. Now, the difference here, just like I talked about with my preview VOD, when the enemy knows where you're going to be, they're naturally going to be crosshair placing at head level. So you'll notice on this peak, if we go really slow with this, if you know that they know where you are, which is 100% here, when you peek out, notice the drop. We hit the crouch instantly to start the fight from the crouch on the peak. That throws off the initial shot and gives you that extra second to be able to shoot. You notice the first shots from Screwface go over top of the head here. WASD, just moving into the fight, getting an opportunity, getting the kill. Small little micro adjustment, nothing crazy.
Yo, that's not good, that's not good.
Caught off guard. So this is our first flick. The reason why we had the flick here is because of poor positioning. We had an opportunity at this point to back up on Gen to be able to single out fights better using Gen to peek back and forth on both sides. So by staying here in this position, it creates this problem. So we could have left here and should have left here, right? Back up at this point. Again, I don't know what's going on in the minimap, so I don't know if there's a threat coming from the right. If there's no teammates covering from that right-hand side, 1000% we need to back up here to live another day to be able to have better fights from Generator. Because you're looking at 1, 2, and 3 fights to be swung off. And as soon as the smoke is gone, that's your other angle. So you're just basically putting yourself in a spot where you have to collect 2 kills. Otherwise, you're just going to get, at best case, traded, right? And that means it's going to be a 4v3 situation and it's over, okay? Unless you have dash, which you don't have dash, right? So let's watch this one in slower motion.
Yo, that's not good, that's not good.
Still mass. It's still mass. Okay, so notice the adjustment by moving to the left and aiming. Then the small micro adjustment. It's still mass, right? When you watch it in slow motion, it's still movement. Still move, aim, stand still, shoot. Has nothing to do with flicking. Still mass here. Ultimately, positioning is what caused all these fights to be awkward for fluorescent. And again, this is all stuff that fluorescent knows. This is not like rocket science. This is not me criticizing, because fluorescent knows this stuff. And again, if there's money on the line, fluorescent probably plays it the way I suggested. This is just, let me put myself in a position here and let's see if I can like make something happen, because I'm streaming. So it's all about money at the end of the day. What's going to be more entertaining for you guys to watch? First of all, I don't like the positioning at all. I think there's definitely better options that we could have gone through. Like if we got to stairs as soon as we got pushed. Naturally, the best move, once you get pushed right here and you have this much of a threat on you, cloudburst at your feet, back the hell off. So cloudburst at your feet, and you go all the way to stairs. If you need to throw a cloudburst there, it's fine, but you have someone there. You back out, or you can cloudburst and you just keep backing out this direction, looking this direction over here. So you just keep backing up. So now that smoke is up there, you just keep backing up, back up, back up, back up. So now we're stuck here because we didn't commit. So the first threat is main, and we're gonna tuck against this wall so we can't be exposed to someone being on market, okay? And our stairs player is looking towards market as well. Really good crosshair placement for this, but there's stress here because there's always a chance that someone from main could swing you. Keeping that in mind here, it's actually quite good considering the pressure of two threats here. So the mentality here is that I'm basically screwed. That's what you're thinking. You're basically screwed in this situation. Let's just secure one more clean fight. And if I end up getting traded for main, I end up getting traded for main. It is what it is. Nice shot. Beautiful. All crosshair placement, all mass. There's no flicking here. Nothing crazy. Playing your life inside boathouse. I can just live here, survive. I win in 45 seconds. We're just going for information to figure out where this jet is right now. There's the jet, perfect. We have dash if we need to fight it. We don't have to though. Could be on the right.
He's back in. He's back in.
He's not out.
I really love the mechanics here. This was actually really good. They judged the distance perfectly to be able to dash right into the cover like this. That was actually really cool. So this one, double peek and fight. And again, it's all mass. What fluorescent is doing here is dash to here, and immediately at this point in time, where is fluorescent's eyes? Is it on the crosshair? Is it on the top of the screen? Is it on the radar? What is it? Minimap, 100%. Staring at the minimap, and then crosshair placement at the relative area where we think head level is going to be. Make a small adjustment upward. And we're walking in, or moving in, WASD. Playing off of the action of our teammate on stairs. The power of boathouse. Let me tell you, the power of boathouse, very strong, right? This is all not mass. Like, we're trying to get mass in there, but it's just like we're whiffing. So is the aim on this person that great? Not so great, right? Clean. Clean. Totally clean. We'll watch it back really slow. Yeah, it's all over the place. See? Best aim in the game, fluorescent, right there.
On the right, back.
Could be another one in the corner.
Going out, guys.
Stairs side.
I always say if you're gonna do this kind of a play, especially if you're gonna separate yourself like that,
Stairs.
cloudburst at your feet, so you have something to land into and you have a chance. Especially if you know there's someone towards stairs, which we kind of did because we saw darts coming from that direction. We also don't really know what we're dealing with. Again, really good mass here. Really good mass here. Watch this fight on the neon.
Stairs side.
It's good. The small movement to the left. Did you guys notice that? Watch the small movement to the left. Okay. As soon as we're caught off guard, COG equals mass, right? When we're caught off guard, we must mass. So Screwface gets a perfect catch on this swing out. Caught off guard, we freak out to try to avoid the initial headshot by jumping back and forth. Drop down, move to the left, aim, stand still, shoot. That small movement to the left is all mass. It all creates that mass and opportunity and the chance for them to make the miss. We have to hope that they miss at this point because we're screwed. We're caught off guard. And that's the only way we can get back in there and end up winning that fight. At that point, you're so caught off guard that you're just basically hoping. You're just jumping there. You're like, shit. Right? Right here in Fluorescent's mind. Shit. Oh, miss. Yes. You suck. I'm better than you. Ha. That's literally what's going on through Fluorescent's mind. what did we learn, chat? We watched 24 rounds. We saw 2 flicks. We saw really, really good adjustment through mass, especially after this. There shouldn't be any other doubt in your mind that this is something that we need to actively practice in deathmatch. 90% of your aim comes from your movement. 10% comes from the adjustment. And the rest of all this stuff comes from awareness, positioning, and crosshair placement. That's how you get really good aim in this game. It's nothing crazy.